Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students, how are you all? I hope you will be fine by the grace of Allah Almighty. Dear students, our unit 3 plants, reading and explanation is going on. So let's begin our today's lesson. So dear students, open up your book, page number 18, and the topic is non-green plants. In the last lesson we have read about green plants, that green plants can make their own food in the presence of sunlight, water, carbon dioxide and green color of the leaves, and a process on the leaves takes place, and this process of making their own food with the help of all these things is called photosynthesis. Now let's read about non-green plants. Some plants are not green. A mushroom is not green. It cannot make food. It grows in the dark. It takes its food from dead plants. Some plants are not green in color. As you can see in these pictures, bracket tree and mushroom is not green in color. So they cannot make their own food because photosynthesis process only takes place on leaves, green leaves, and green color of the leaves is very important in this process of making food for themselves. So non-green plants cannot make their own food. They can grow only in the dark, and they can take their food from dead plants. Okay, so some plants are not green in color. They cannot make their food as photosynthesis takes place on green color leaf. And they are not green plants, they have no green leaves, so they cannot make their own food. They grow in the dark and they take their food from dead plants. But mostly students, plants are green in color. There are some plants that are not green in color and they cannot make their own food, and they can get their food from dead plants. Next is creepers. Creepers are climbing plants. They have weak stems. So as you can see in the picture, this is a creeper. It is climbing plant. They can climb on the things near to them, a wall, a bamboo stick or a tree stem. Anywhere they find a way, they can climb to that because they are not having a strong stem that can hold the plant. They have very weak stems, so they need a support to climb on something, and they are called creepers because they have to creep or climb on something to support the plant, whole plant. They have weak stems. Next, herbs. Herbs are small plants. They have short stems, and if we can see the examples of herbs, these are, you can see, and I'm sure you have seen in your kitchen, in your fridge, parsley or green coriander leaves or mint leaves. These are all the examples of herbs. Okay, mint and green coriander leaves and parsley, and you can see in this picture there is rosemary, parsley, basil and thyme. So these are the examples of herbs. These herbs are very small plants. They have very short and soft stems, like mint leaves and green coriander leaves are having. So these are herbs. Herbs are small plants and they have short and soft stems. Okay, dear students, now on page 18 you can see the next topic is shrubs. Shrubs are bushy plants. They have many leaves and branches. If we think about the example, or if we look at the examples of shrubs, you have seen a rose plant is the example of shrubs. Rose plant is having thorns and hard stems. They are not so heighted, so their height is not big, so they are bushy plants. They have many branches, they have many leaves, so these plants are called shrubs. And I have given you example of rose plant, and these are all the shrubs. These all plants have, you can see, leaves and many branches, and they have thorns also, and their stem is hard, not soft like a herb. Okay, so this is the difference between herb and shrub. Herbs are having soft stems, short stem, and these shrubs are having bushy plants with thorns and hard stems, short but hard stems, and many stems, many branches and many leaves. Okay, so next is trees, and trees is on your book page 19. Okay, so look at page 19, trees. Trees are very big plants. They have hard stems. They have hard and big stems, you know, and we can get wood from these stems also, you know, and we will surely read about the uses of plants in the next lesson. So trees are very big plants, and you have read about it in the last lesson that there are some trees, they can grow up to 100 years of their age and still they are growing. So trees are very big plants with hard and big and thick stem and branches and leaves and fruits also. Some are fruit trees also. So trees are very big plants and they have hard stems also. Now on page 19 you can see a sentence written, these are leaves of different plants. And as you can see, students, in this picture you can see different kinds or shapes of leaves. These all the leaves of the plants, these belongs to different plants, and all the plants have not the same shape of the leaf. They are not having the same shape of all the leaves. Banana tree has different shapes of leaves, mango tree has different shape of leaves, orange tree has different shape of leaf, neem tree has different shape of leaf. So there are many plants, and all the plants, many kinds of plants are there, and we have read about some kinds of plants here. All the plants have leaves of different shapes, and you can see some leaves are dark green, light green, and they have some shades of the greens also, different shades of the green, but the you can see a prominent difference between their shapes. The shapes of the leaves are different. Okay, so these are leaves of different plants in different shapes. So that's it, dear students. We have read about different kinds of plants today. So do reading practice and try to understand about the kinds of the plants I have told you. So Allah Hafiz for today and take care.